Okay, my dear students, today we are going to explain about the rest of data types. Coming to the C function, which means to combine the elements into a vector. That means the C function which combines the elements into a vector. And coming to the vector is the data type. Just this is the symbol, hash symbol is the comment we are using in a R programming language to create a vector. This will create a vector. We are creating the apple is the one vector. In apple, this is the prompt symbol. With the help of C function, we are placing some characters. Red, green, yellow. These are the characters because we are between the single strings. We are placing the some red, green, yellow characters. That means with the help of print statement, we are printing the vector. Next hash symbol is the comment. We are getting the class of the vector. The apple is the vector. Which type of class we are identifying with the help of class function, placing the apple vector, and this whole class to be printed with the help of print statement, and the output will be red, green, yellow. These are the three characters. Which type of class it is? This is the character class. Which type of class it is? It is the character class. And coming to the next data type, it is the list data type. A list is an R object which can contain many different types of elements inside it, like vectors, functions, and even another list inside it. Within the list function, we having C function and also some integer functions, some other sign and cos, and some other signs also. With the help of list one, this is the list one we are creating, and the help of prompt symbol, this is the list function. We are placing the C function. We are placing some values 2, 5, 3, some values, and next comma 21.3 is the integer value. Next the float or integer value. Next sign. Next we are printing the list with the help of print statement. Here list 1. That whole list is to be assigned in the list 1, and this list 1 is to be printed with the help of print statement, and the output is the first row, first column, first row. This is the first row statement 2, 5, 3, and the second row statement, second row. This is the second row statement. The first column, first row, the second column, first row, and the third column, first row. And by this they are coming to the output 2, 5, 3 and 21.3. The sign is the nothing but it is the primitive sign. The function is the default function. It is the primitive sign. Okay. Next, coming to the next data type is the matrix data type. A matrix is a two-dimensional rectangular data set. A matrix is a two-dimensional rectangular data set. It can be created using a vector input to the matrix function. It can be created using a vector input to the matrix function. Here with the help of comments, hash is the comment used in the R programming. This is the comment statement. With the help of hash symbol, create a matrix. M is the matrix we are creating. The matrix function we are available in the R programming language. And with the help of matrix function and with the help of C function, we are placing some characters A, B, C, B, A, and we are also placing some attribute, some of rules. And number of rows, how many? 2 rows. Number of columns, how many? 3 columns. Number by row, it is true. By row, we are giving a condition. It is a true format because these values are placing in a row format. Okay, with the help of print statement, we are printing the M matrix here with the help of print statement. And coming to the output, AAB, AAB. This is the first row. And second, the rest of 3 characters are placing in a row format. C, we are placing in a first column in a second row, and B are we are placing in a second row, second column, second row, and the last element, last character A, we are placing here second row, third column. That means we are placing the elements with the help of in a row format, because we are giving the condition by row equal to true. Next is the data type, array data type, which matrix are confined to do dimensions, confined to 2 dimensions. The matrix are confined to 2 dimensions. Arrays can be of any number of dimensions. Within the array, so many dimensions. This is the one dimension. Okay. The array function takes a dim attribute. Dim is the attribute available in the R programming language in array function. In array function, we have a dim attribute is the available, which creates the required number of dimensions. The dim attribute is to be provided number of dimensions. Here is the sample example of the program. As is we are giving a comment to create an array. A is the array with the help of prompt symbol. Array is the built-in function available in the R programming language. In array function, we are combining the characters green and yellow with the help of C function, and giving the condition dimensions with the help of C function. 3 rows, 3 columns, 2 dimensions. 3 rows, 3 columns, 2 dimensions. 3 rows, 3 columns, 2 dimensions. And coming to the output of the array, we are printing the array with the help of print statement. A is the array. This whole value is assigned to the A, and the A is array is to be printed with the help of print statement. And coming to the output, this is the one dimension and this is the second dimension, because comma 1 is the first dimension, comma 2 is the second dimension. These values are green and yellow characters are placing in a column format, because there is no particular condition is given like by row equal to true. They are default we having in a column condition. Default the elements are placing in a column structure. Please check it out whether it is placed in a column structure or not. Green yellow. Next element we having again we are green. Next, coming to the second column after green we are having a yellow, green, yellow. The loop is repeated. After yellow we are having again green, yellow. After that yellow we are having only again we are having green. The same output is to be repeated in the second dimension also, comma 2 in the second dimension also. Okay, these are the data types. We will discuss the rest of data types in the next video. Thank you, students.